Today, we're hiring our first AI employee. It has no experience, it has no common sense, and it has already asked for access to the company bank account. So it's basically management material. Every major AI company says agents are about to become digital employees. They don't sleep, they don't complain, and they don't need health insurance, which is a very normal sales pitch. And I'm sure nothing bad will come from it. The truth is less exciting, but it is much more useful. An AI agent can do real work inside your business. It can also misunderstand one sentence and do the wrong thing 1,200 times before launch. So before we give ChatGPT a company credit card and put it in charge of payroll, let's talk about what an AI agent really is, what it can safely do, and how to choose your first one. By the end of this video, you should know if your company needs an agent at all. In many cases, it does not. Sometimes a simple tool is enough, and sometimes your process is just a mess. AI is very smart. It is not magic dust for a bad process. Let's start with a chatbot. A chatbot answers. You ask it to write an email, sum up a meeting, or help you think through a problem, and then it waits for you to tell it what to do next. You could paste in a customer note and ask it to write a follow-up email. It writes the email, but you still have to check it, send it, update the customer record, and set the next task. The chatbot helped with one part of the job, but it did not own the outcome. It is less like an employee and more like a very fast person who sits beside you and waits for commands. So an intern. An automation is different. An automation follows a recipe. It says, when this happens, do that. When someone fills out your website form, the automation might add that person to your customer system, send a set email, and tell a sales rep that a new lead came in. That can save a lot of time, but the path is fixed. The automation does not stop and ask if this is a real lead, what the person needs, or why they typed their phone number into the last name box. It follows the steps you gave it, even when the customer is named bob@gmail.com. That makes automation easy to trust, but it also makes it less flexible. An AI agent works towards a goal. You give it a job, a set of tools, useful facts, and clear limits. The agent looks at the goal, decides which steps to take, uses a tool, checks the result, and then chooses what to do next. If it gets stuck, it may stop and ask a human for help. Or at least it should. Here's the simple version. A chatbot answers, an automation follows a recipe, and an agent works towards an outcome. Some software companies take a chatbot, give it access to email, and call it a digital employee. That is like giving a Roomba a key card and naming it Vice President of Operations. A real agent needs more than a new label. It needs a goal, useful tools, good facts, clear limits, and a way to check its work. It does not have total freedom. It has some freedom inside a small box. The box matters more than the word agent. Think of an agent like a junior worker. This agent is fast, can read a huge amount of information, never gets tired, and can use software much faster than most people. If we were writing its first review, speed would be 10 out of 10. Attendance would be 10 out of 10. Judgment would be pending, and confidence would be concerning. This new worker does not know your company yet. It may take your words too literally, miss an obvious clue, and sound sure when it is wrong. Would you give that worker access to your bank account, contracts, customer lists, public accounts, and the thermostat on day one? Of course not. It only needs 2 of those things. Guess carefully. You would give a new worker one clear job, limit what they can access, and check their work. That is how a business should treat its first AI agent. Let's use a local heating and air company as an example. New leads come in from the website, email, phone calls, and ads. Some people need a new system, some need a small repair, some live outside the service area, and some leave out key details. And some are spam from a man who promises to put your company on the first page of Google by Thursday. A normal automation can put every form into your customer system. An agent can go further, because its goal could be review today's new leads and prepare them for the sales team. The agent then checks each lead, removes clear spam, finds the service, checks the address, and looks for missing details. It can look for an old customer record, write a short summary, draft a reply, and create the next task for a real person. That is useful work, but notice what the agent does not do. It does not promise a price, sign a deal, change the schedule, or send a message without review. It also does not offer the customer a free air conditioner because it misunderstood the word discount. It prepares the work. A person still owns the result. This is where most companies should begin. The best first agent is not an AI chief executive. Your human chief executive is already making enough strange choices. The best first agent is a helper for one boring job. Good agent tasks happen often, take real time, follow a pattern, and are easy to check. If the agent makes a mistake, you should be able to fix it. Research is a good example. An agent can prepare a brief before a sales call, study a company, review old notes, and list questions to ask. Sorting is another good use. An agent can sort leads, support requests, documents, or job notes. It can flag urgent items and send strange cases to a person. Drafting can also save time. An agent can draft emails, reports, proposals, meeting notes, and task lists. The key word is draft, because a human can review the work before it leaves the company. Ideally, a human who has slept recently. Agents can also check work. They can look for missing fields, broken links, wrong file types, or skipped steps. None of this sounds like science fiction, and that is the point. The best first use of an agent may be the least exciting one. If it saves an hour each day or keeps work from falling through the cracks, it has real value. You do not need a robot board of directors. You need fewer missed calls and cleaner records. Now let's talk about what an agent should not handle alone. Do not start by letting it have money. This should be obvious. It is not obvious. Do not let it sign an agreement. Give legal advice, make a promise to a customer, fire a worker, approve a large refund, or delete key records. Do not let it publish to the whole world without review either. You already have one person posting to the company account without review. His name is the owner. These actions are costly, public, hard to undo, or tied to the law, so a human should approve them. Here is the simple rule. If a mistake would be expensive, public, permanent, unsafe, or against the law, the agent should stop and ask for help. That does not make the agent useless, it makes the system sane. Agents also fail in ways that can be hard to spot. The first problem is a vague goal, something like take care of this customer. It sounds simple, but what does that mean? Should the agent send a reply, issue a refund, book an appointment, call a manager, or move to another country and begin a new life? The agent needs a clear result and clear limits. The second problem is bad information. If your records are old or your process lives inside one worker's head, the agent will not fix that on its own. If your whole business runs on 3 text messages, a spreadsheet called Final V7 Reel, and whatever Linda remembers, AI will not turn it into NASA. It will misunderstand your mess much faster. The third problem is confidence. An agent can be wrong while sounding calm, clear, and professional, so it already understands LinkedIn. But that confidence is part of the danger. A smooth answer is not proof that the answer is right. The fourth problem is that errors can grow. A chatbot may give you one bad answer. An agent may use that answer to update 6 systems, email a customer, and create a task that reminds you to clean up the damage. That is called efficiency. The fifth problem is the strange case. The normal job may work well 90 times, and then a file breaks, a customer has a rare request, or 2 rules do not agree. Maybe the customer owns 3 llamas and will only talk by fax. I do not know why, but someone will. That is when the agent needs a way to stop. Every agent should know when to ask for help. It should stop when facts are missing, systems do not agree, or the request is outside its job. It should also stop before a high-risk action or after too many failed tries. A smart system is not one that never stops. A smart system knows when it should not continue. And that may be the most human thing about it. So how do you choose your first agent? Use what I call the boring job test. Pick a task and a few questions. Does it happen often? Does it take real time? Does it follow a pattern? Can you describe a good result? Can a person check it fast? Can you undo a mistake? And can you limit the agent to only the tools it needs? If the answer is yes to most of those questions, you may have a good first use. If the job is rare, unclear, risky, or based on human trust, it may be a bad fit. Give the agent one boring job. Humans have spent thousands of years trying to avoid boring work. We may finally be close. Once you choose the job, do not turn on full control on day one. Start in stages. First, let the agent watch. It can study the work and tell you what it would have done, but it takes no action. Next, let it draft. It can prepare replies, notes, tasks, and reports, but a human approves each one. Then let it act on small, low-risk steps. It may create an internal task, sort a file, or update a safe field after it proves that it can handle the normal cases. You can give it a little more freedom, but a person still owns the outcome. The order is simple. Let it watch, then let it draft, then let it act. Do not skip from watch to here are the bank passwords. That is not a test. That is the start of a news story. Your first agent also needs 5 basic rules. Give it one clear job. Give it only the tools it needs. Require approval for big actions. And keep a record of what it does. And give it clear reasons to stop. That may not sound as exciting as building an AI workforce, but it is how you build something your team can trust. A company with 500 AI employees sounds impressive. One agent that does one useful job each day is better. It is also much less likely to email every customer at 3 in the morning. AI agents are real, and they can already do useful work. They can research, sort, draft, check, and help move work through a business. But they are not people. They do not own the result or carry the risk, and they do not replace the need for clear systems. In fact, an agent may show you how unclear your business already is. If no one can explain the job, define a good result, or say when a person must step in, the agent will struggle too. So do not begin with an AI manager. Do not begin with an AI sales team. And please do not begin with an AI chief executive. We tried chief executives already. Begin with one boring job. Let the agent organize the facts, prepare the work, catch missing steps, and save your team an hour. Then measure what happened. The companies that get the most from agents will not be the ones that give them the most power. They will be the ones that choose the right job, give clear rules, limit access, and keep a human in charge. If you want, I can make the next video a full walkthrough of one real business agent from start to finish. We can choose the job, map the steps, set the limits, and show what it can really do. If that sounds useful, leave a comment with the first job you would want an AI agent to handle in your business. And if your answer is chief executive, please watch this video again.